But she died, and I said, I was with her when she died on the train. We went on it, we said goodbye to everybody on the train, and all the magicians came to the train, and when they left, she says, thank God they're gone, she said. And she sat there with 6 pillows behind her, on the cot, and the oxygen was right there. Every few minutes I had to give her that. And going to the train, on the truck was the oxygen. And do you know, it got disconnected, and they couldn't find where to put it, and she was without. And she said, oh, that fresh air. Oh, and how cheap it is. The oxygen was so dear. She had to pay for it, And she'd say, oh, that fresh air is so good, and it's cheap, too. It's free. So when we got on the train, there was the oxygen again. So every once in a while, when she'd get excited, I'd give it to her, And two big things, And so she says, thank God they're all gone, now I'll rest. And she sat there like that. She says, don't look at me, go to the window, and we'll come back in July, she said, to see the different things. But right now, look at the ice on, we were near Arizona right then, we were on a few hours, and then I took off my shoes, and before you know it, I had a cone, which I'd never had. I had gotten it on the train when I went. I took them off and put them in the closet. We had a room, with a bathroom and all. And so she said, don't watch me, go ahead. And while I sat there and looking out, I heard it go, and I looked, and there's her teeth. And she'd never let anyone see her teeth, Oh, she was so about her teeth, terrible. So I pushed them back, and then she looked at me like that. She was dead. So I shook her. I said, I'm all alone here. I said, what'll I do? Don't die on me now. I said, wait till we get to New York. They were all preparing in New York. I said, we're going to get to New York. Come on. And I shook her, and I got a hold of the oxygen, and of course it didn't work anymore. See, the thing wouldn't go up. So I said, gee, I don't know what to do. I said, dear Lord, tell me what to do. So I closed her mouth. Her mouth had been open. I closed it, and she lay there, and then I rang the bell, and the colored fella came, and I said to him, you could put that on a tape, too, that story. It's a good story, yeah. And I said to him, my sister just got ill, and I don't know what to do. Would there be a doctor on the house? So he says, gee, this is wartime. He says, no doctor, but I'll get somebody. So before you know it, a man and a woman, Mr. Buckholz, his name was, and that was his wife, and she was a trained nurse. And they got bottles and filled with hot water and put it on her to see whether, I didn't tell them she's dead. I made believe I didn't know. So the one man hinted, thank God, don't let them know she's dead until we get to a certain town. This is wilderness if we have to stop, he said. When she's dead, they have to stop. So we kept her, doodling and this and that. But the doctor said to me, she is gone, but we'll keep it a secret until we get to Arizona. Not a doctor, that fellow said, after they tried all the bottles, see. And then when we got there, all the soldiers, thousands of soldiers were there, and I had 2 grips, and they immediately came to help. They took the 2 grips, and I had 8 pieces of luggage, and they carried all that, and I had $1,000 pinned here, and my diamond brooch, which is worth $1,000. Honestly, she made me pin it on my stocking, see, way in here. And then I thought to myself, oh, they're doing that, and then they'll rob me. I didn't trust anybody. So anyway, they introduced me to an undertaker right on the train. And the doctor said, do you have a place to go? I said, well, where? Where would I go? So the man says, here's the key for my room in the hotel. See, what was the name of that hotel? And she can have my room. So I said, he wants a rob. So I said to the doctor, where else could I stay? He said, well, that man's all right. Although he's smoking, say, put out that cigarette. He said, my God, we'll all go up with this oxygen here, So he put out his cigarette, and he was a tall young-looking man. And then he looked honest to me, and I thought, well, so then I had no one to go with me, and I was all alone. And then I got there, and when I got in the room, there's a pair of pants hanging on, a big pair of shoes, and I thought, oh my God, he'll come back tonight, maybe. He'll rob me. So then I went into the room, and I stayed there, and the doctor had given me a pill to sleep, but I wouldn't take it. I said, oh, I want to be wide awake. So all night I sat at the window and watched soldiers. You know, they were tumbling, passing time. They had no place. They slept on stairways. They had no place to sleep in that hotel. It was so filled up, see. So, and there I had that big room, you know. So anyway, two men came in and rang the bell. They introduced Mr. McIntyre and Mr. So-and-so, and we are from the railroad, and we're going to take care of everything you want to do. We are selected to accompany you all over. Oh, I didn't trust them either. So anyway, I had to go with them. So wherever I went, they went with me, you know, and they would suggest, and they made phone calls home. And I just spoke to Ruthie, and I says, Ruthie, he says, here's your daughter Ruth. They called up, you know, and she says, did you hear, Bessie? Yeah. I says, where's Pop? Oh, he went to work. I said, he went to work and he heard that Bessie died, and he went to work? You know, Pop was like that. He'd never lose a day. So I says, that's terrible. Gee, I was going to talk to him about it. Oh, she says, that's all right. He told me to tell you to have her cremated while you're there. Oh, I says, I will not. I says, she went back to the religion. She had a priest. She went to community. She's a Catholic again. We're going to bury her home. Oh, all right, I'll tell him. So at night that he called me, you know, and I told him, I said, gee, to think that you said that to Ruth. So he said, well, we didn't know. You know, we didn't know she had a priest and all that. And we thought, well, we might as well get her buried there in ashes. I said, oh, we're going to have a nice funeral. So all she had on the back was $34. That's all she had. And of course I went through it. The man says, I don't even know you need your name. He says, it's us. You can have it. $34. So anyway, we got the undertaker, and I called up that they should. Oh, so then the undertaker there had me put out a casket. I got a light pink velvet, all, you know, pretty, that would look like, you know, for her. She was such a dainty person with white hair, and I said, she'll look nice in that. So we got that, and then he called me up, and he says, I'm going to take you there, you can see her. So when I looked at her, she had a black dress on, and her hair all the way back. I said, oh no, she don't want that. She wants to look glamorous. I says, why? Oh, she can't have that dress. She looks like Whistler's mother. She don't want to look like that. I said, you don't know her. So I knew what she wanted. So I called up Mary, my sister-in-law, get her a nice dress. She got her a light lavender chiffon, and then she had orchids from here way down, you know. And so we got her to New York, to Collins, what's his name, Connors. And he, you know, here on Broadway, and he came and got us at the train, you know, picked up the body and all. He had to come there 4 times because our train was 9 hours delayed. There was a, what do you call that? Landslide or something. Yeah, all snow, you know. I know Betty Hutton and Gary Grant were on the same floor with me on the train. They had the room right next to me because I saw them in the corridor, and I saw them. She did a lot of fighting and arguing with him. You know, seeing she didn't like the food and all that stuff. So they brought me all the food. Oh yeah, on the train, they brought me all the food, you know, and pointed out all different parts in Mississippi. The colored fellas come in and tell me where we are. I had a nice room, you know. So then I had to pay for the room where her body went, her oxygen went. I had to pay for that trip. Yeah. See, but we had to stay 2 days in Arizona. You know, the red tape till that went through. Then finally, 2 days we had to stay there. So then we got to New York, and then we met Pop at the station, you know, and he picked us up. But then we put him to Commerce, and then he sent us such a big bill, Commerce. I says, why, the casket? She was embalmed and all. Oh, he said, that casket was half broken. Why, we had to put a whole new bottom in it, he said. He said that. We didn't believe it. He said it was a dainty thing, but it wasn't, and she only weighed not even 100, so he couldn't say that. He said if the men carried it down, it would have broken. So that's why I'll never take him. All the people in the garden take Connor. And I met him a month ago. He's, Mrs. Houdini, how are you? And he's, how was Pop? I said, oh, I didn't tell him he died. I said, oh, he's all right. But he always still thinks he's going to get him and I, you know. But I didn't get him for Pop. I had another man. So then we took it to Gate of Heaven Cemetery. So Pop was there, and I'm going to be there. Just her and I and Pop. A 3-grave, perpetual health. Everything is paid for. I paid for it.
Whereabouts is that? What town is that near?
Around Plainfield. White Plains or something. What's the other name? This is just another name. But the undertaker got us the plot. And she was the only one there. Oh, now everything is filled. We got to look for her. So crowded that place is. And right above on the hill is the man that they had their bungalow in Rye next to us, and he owned a restaurant. And he's laying up there. So when we buried Bessie there, the wife says, well, Pop's way up there, he'll throw a bottle down to her once in a while. Because we were such good friends with them, you know. So, I haven't been there now since Papa's dead. I'm hoping that Billy comes with his car, or maybe Forrest, that they'll drive, or maybe Ruthie ought to drive me there. I never mention it to them, because it's such a distance, you know. And then now with the gas short, I don't dare. Yeah. But they fix it, it's a perpetual care, see? So they fix it up themselves. It's very nice. Very nice place. It's right alongside is the water, like a little, I don't know what it's cute. It's a very cute cemetery, very nice, very expensive too.